everyone, it's day 77. April's half over. So I've been out here for a month and a half now, and I just came across the sign, 1/3 of the way to Katahdin. So I'm well on my way, third of the trail done in 2.5 months. At that pace, it would mean I'd finish mid-September. I want to finish at the end of August if possible. I can do mid-September if I need to, but shooting for the end of August, so got to step up the pace a little bit. This month I definitely have got more miles, or at least a faster pace than the last 2 months, so I'm making up time. Good morning, just finished my first mile and we have a view. Standing on this top of this hill, so I have a 360-degree view around. I'll share. I've scheduled a 10-mile day today, 10-mile day today. Might do a little more than that if I feel good. I skipped breakfast this morning. They were having eggs, and I really didn't care to have eggs before I started hiking today. So I skipped breakfast. There's a shelter in 4 miles, which will take me about 2.5 hours. I should be there about 9:30. And when I get there, I will go ahead and I just came around this corner and found these flowering trees. They smell beautiful. My app says they're autumn olive trees, but it's a very sweet smell. I've been smelling it, but I couldn't find the source of it when I was hiking yesterday. But this is definitely the plant. Delicate little flowers here, but they are very fragrant. Last week I posted a video and I talked about the Mayflower. Well, the flowers are actually coming out. There's one peeking out there from underneath the umbrella canopy of the Mayflower. Hopefully you can see the city down there through the trees. I'll zoom in. That's where I started today. I've almost 1,000-foot climb. I'm 3.5 miles in. Got a couple hundred more feet to go, but it's been an uphill climb the entire way. Hope to be there about 9:30, have breakfast, chill out for a little bit, and then head on. This site here was originally a pit to make charcoal from the nearby furnaces. Obviously the fire pit is not that. It's the area around behind it, and this is the message that they left on this board for us. A small open area seen here was the Collier's Pit. During the late 1700s, early 1800s, the pit, as it was called, was used to make charcoal from nearby furnaces, iron furnaces. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just to give you an idea. It's cool, the things you find along the Appalachian Trail. Hey guys, I've reached the, oh, hang on. There we go. I've reached the Blue Ridge Parkway. This is the scenic Blue Ridge Parkway. I'm going to cross. There's a mountain overlook up here, and we'll get a good view from the mountain overlook. Rather than walk all the way over there with you, I'm going to pause and we'll catch up at the edge. So this is the view at Taylor Mountain. As you can hear, it's quite windy up here. It's a pretty view. And there is one large peak over there. I don't know for sure, but if I had to guess, that's probably where we're going, because it seems like we always go over the biggest hill. I don't know that as a fact, I'm just making a joke, but that might be where we're heading. I have no idea. Before I go back on the AT, because I am off the AT at this point, I went to the other side of the road, and there's another little overlook here. As you can tell, it's a little cloudy today. Had spurts of rain, so I got my raincoat draped over me just in case I need to pull it on. But pretty view. We have some birds up here soaring. Looks like turkey buzzards. Got to another lookout for the Blue Ridge Parkway, so I thought I'd share before I go on. We'll walk a little bit because there is a sign up here. Sorry the video is so shaky. It is pretty windy up here. The sign talks about the Appalachian Trail, and it crisscrosses the Blue Ridge Parkway for about 100 miles, so I have an idea. I'll be going across it some more, but just some facts on the Appalachian Trail here. You can pause it and read it if you want. I will do that later. But this is the View Montdale in the Goose Creek Valley. So one more time. Something interesting up here. We've got a band that's setting up here on the edge of the hill. So we have a musician up here playing. It's pretty cool. These guys have an entire setup. They have a keyboard and drum and a guitar. What is it?
That's called robot.
Robot?
Yes, it's Afghani.
Very cool. On this ridge above the Blue Ridge Parkway, and there's all kinds of columbine up here. It's kind of cool. Normally don't see clumps this big, but there's big clumps of columbine. Oh, let me zoom out on that. But some there, some down there, another big clump up here. So cool flowers. So I just crossed over the Blue Ridge Parkway again, and I'm heading into the woods here shortly, but I have one last view at an overlook here on the Blue Ridge Parkway. So I'm heading down the trail to the shelter for the night. Good morning. Today is day 78. Yeah, 78. Sorry, I had to think about it. Again, following the Blue Ridge Parkway. Because of that, we have overlooks with some beautiful views. That peak over there is Sharp Tooth Mountain. And the one over there in the sun is called Flat Top Mountain. And these are the peaks of the Otter mountain areas. While we're looking, let's go ahead and scan around to the other way. And we have some views on the other side of the road as well. The mountains in the background and the farms and the towns in the foreground. Okay, I'm continuing on. So I came around the corner to these caterpillars. These caterpillars are not attacking that, they're actually hatching out of that. It's a tent caterpillar nest, and these guys have hatched, and they'll go on to eat most of the leaves on this tree and cause it some damage for the year. But lots of little caterpillars crawling around here on this tent caterpillar nest. A little bit of a view here through the trees of the mountainside across there. If I move down a little bit, I think, maybe not, we do have some houses and stuff down there. Even where this mountain's at, I scan back over this direction. Down at the base of the mountain, there's a big bunch of houses down there as well. So I think I'm heading that direction. I'm not positive, but I think the trail loops back down that direction. Hey guys, I just got to this road crossing, and it crosses this beautiful river here. I'm on my way to the shelter. I have about another 4 miles or so. I've done almost 10 miles so far. I think I'm going to stop at that shelter. I was planning on going on, but I think that's going to be where I stop for the day. This butterfly is flying around and landed here on this maple tree. It was windy when he landed, but it's calmed down quite a bit. But he's just sunning himself right there, and I thought I'd get a good picture of him and share with you. Hey everyone, I made it to Bryant Ridge Shelter. This is a pretty cool shelter. I'm staying here for the night. It was a I think 11-mile day or 13-mile day. Show you give you a little bit of a tour. This is actually one of the largest shelters on the AT. It sleeps 20. Has a big front porch. And then when you get in here, it has a lower sleeping area, which I already have my stuff set up over here behind the ladder, so all set up for the night. Then in addition to that, you do have an upstairs which, sorry, gotta grab the ladder here. Is a big area for more sleeping. In addition to the sleeping area, there's also a little stream down here where you can fetch water from, and then there is also a privy up the other direction, up that way, that path that goes up there between where the two poles are at. But it's a nice place to call home for the night. Good morning everybody. Today is day 79. As you can see, the sun is out because someone keeps turning the camera into the sun. Sorry about that. Also, you can see the shadow on my face. Got about 3 miles in so far today. Today's going to be a short day. I'm having a little bit of an ankle problem on my right ankle, so I'm going to do a short day today. Hopefully it feels much better. I just came around the corner and there's some pretty cool flowers here. Unfortunately they're not open, so I have no idea what they are, but they're all over. These little yellow flowers. I'm assuming they're going to open up here soon, but there's some over there. And then some more over here. Don't know what they are. And then this little guy, I think this is a trillium opening up. This little purple one here. Looks like trillium leaves, but the petals aren't open yet, so I can't really be sure, but pretty cool. Now I know those are trilliums. Here's a couple that are open. Pretty cool. Hey everyone, I stopped at the first shelter. It was 5 miles. Had a little snack, drank some water, realized I forgot my water bottle at the last shelter. Good thing I had my reserve bottle on here on my waist. It's not real good for drinking out of, but it will work until I get a replacement in the next town. I climbed about 2,000 feet in that 5 miles, and now I have a short section where it's going to be rather well, it's going to be up and down, but it's going to be relatively smooth compared to the climb all the way up. It was only 2,000 feet over 5 miles, so it wasn't that steep. It was just constantly up. Very seldom leveled out or had any down. Sorry, got distracted. I thought that was an eagle, but I think it's oh, it is a hawk. Cool. Sorry, he's gone. Knew I couldn't turn the camera that quick. Anyway, let me show you where I'm at. I took a short side trail to Black Rock Gap, and this is the view from Black Rock Gap. It's a beautiful overlook here. See the mountains and the valley down there, and that's about all you can see with the black rocks. I'm not going to, it's very windy up here. I'm not going to try to climb up there and get more of a view. Might be a little dangerous in this wind. I just came over this ridge, down this path. It's been a nice path, and I see all these leaves, and I'm thinking, I know those leaves, but there's no flowers. What's going on? Well, and they're all over the place. There are mayflowers in here, but those definitely are not mayflower leaves. And then I spot a couple of petals left over. These are Dutchman breeches. This must have been beautiful when all of them were out, but most of them are gone. Over here there's still quite a number of them. That's where I actually first spotted, but this whole hillside is just covered with them. And I saw things down in the bottom, and you may not be able to see them here, but there's all kinds of little white flowers. I thought they were just sticks or something sticking up through the grass, but it's all Dutchman breeches. But this whole hillside is covered with them. Normally don't see them very often, so it's kind of cool to see a large collection like this. Hey everyone, YOLO is off trail. Nope, I'm not quitting. Nope, I'm not lost. But I saw a trail and said, I gotta do that. What was an 11-mile day is going to be closer to a 13 or 14-mile day. And I'm heading down to a falls called Apple Orchard Falls. This is the trail I've come down. That mountain behind there is where I think I started, close to the top of that. I've probably descended over 500 feet to come down and see this waterfall. And it's a 1.1 mile detour each way. So almost 2.25 miles. The way to know that I'm on a side trail is there's no more white blazes. They're blue blazes now because it's a side trail to the Appalachian Trail. So I'll share the falls when I get there. But it's been a heck of a hike down, and I'm sure it will be a hike up. Still heading down to the waterfall, past this little outlook where we can see the valley and the mountains in behind. Nice scenic overlook. I thought I'd share. Hey everyone, I've reached Apple Orchard Falls, It was down the hill quite a way. I bet you lost, sorry about the hand in the way there in the corner, but if I don't, the sun's going to wipe out the photo for you. It was downhill all the way, probably about an 800-foot elevation change, I'm guessing, maybe a little less than that, maybe a little more, but I get to go back up there. The wildflowers were amazing. I saw violets and wild geraniums, lots of mayflowers, again some Dutchman brooches, and a lot of trillium. I've showed all those before, so didn't stop to take pictures, but I thought I'd share this waterfall. When I go back up, there's a number of places where we cross. One place where we cross the creek, and there's some more smaller falls, but this one's simply amazing, and I'll take some pictures on the way back up. So I said I'd share additional waterfalls. This one here is right where the bridge is that you can cross the creek, and it's a neat waterfall. If I zoom out, you can see the river flows. A couple of smaller falls, and then looking down the other way, this has quite a drop in it. This river, as I said, I actually, since I recorded that last segment, checked how far out. I actually do have a 1,000-foot climb to get up to the top of the hill, so I'm heading that way. Here's another view of the river on the way up, and the river obviously on its way down to the falls, but lots of waterfalls, lots of drops here, so it's just kind of cool. We traversed along this this stream for most of the trail up. Well, I've said before, you never know what you're going to find out here on the Appalachian Trail. We've already seen a tower that the FAA uses for aircraft. This is either the Jolly Green Giants soccer ball, or my guess is it's a Doppler radar station. Here at the top of Apple Orchard Mountain, I think it's called that because if you look around, these look like old apple trees. I could be wrong, but interesting trees all along here. I climbed up here to where the Doppler radar is at. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. There's nothing on the building that says. Just that they're subject to inspection, no weapons, and no radio Wi-Fi devices beyond that point. But what I wanted to show you is this beautiful view over the apple trees on this side. I'm getting ready to head down into the woods down there, and in a mile I should be at my shelter. Hey guys, here's another site. This is called the Guillotine. That rock balanced up there between these two other rocks, and that's the trail down through here. So let's go through the Guillotine. And I'm going to try to be real careful and not fall down these stairs. And I forgot to turn on the anti-shake, so this is probably a shaky video, but you get the idea. Down through the Guillotine, and there's the rock right above us. Hey guys, I made it to Thunder Hill shelter. It was a 10.2 mile day, plus my trip down to the waterfall, which added another 2.25 miles. So it was a pretty good day. It's a little windy here, so it's cold, so I put my fleece on. Just wanted to give you a follow-up for the day. Good morning, everyone. It is day 80. I've been on the trail 80 days, and I'm a mile and a half into a 12-mile hike today, about 12 miles. If I'm feeling good, I may do 15 and go into town, but this wonderful view that we hit along the way, very cool. I'm not sure if that's the town I'm going to end up in down there or not, but it very well could be. Beautiful view for the day. And in case you can't see the town, it's right down there. You probably can see the buildings now. Maybe a little fuzzy, but they're buildings. Walking down the trail today, we have a few trilliums here, like a few hundred trilliums. Really cool. They're really pretty this morning, and they're just all over. Oops, there's the sun. They're just all over in this this section, all the way back down the trail. So it was cool walking down the trail this morning and seeing all the trilliums out in bloom. I just came across these flowers. I saw them yesterday. I thought they just weren't open, but it seems that this is what they are. They're large flower bellwort, B-E-L-L-W-O-R-T. Interesting flower. I've not seen these before, but they just have yellow petals that hang down from the leaves. If they do in fact open up, and I see them in the next couple days, I'll take pictures. But this is what I'm seeing them like, and from the pictures I found, this looks like what their flowers actually are. It's just these little flowers that hang down. So I keep getting glimpses of this river. This is the James River, and just a couple glimpses through here. I'm actually headed down to that river. It's going to be tomorrow before I get there, so I'm going to stop at the shelter before that. But just wanted to show the view I got through here through the trees. Definitely will take pictures when I get down to the river. So I just came down the hill and found a rhododendron, and the flowers are out. So this is going to be cool the next couple days if all the rhododendrons that are starting to blossom or come out. That's going to be a pretty cool sight along here. Just wanted to show you, this is my first one I've seen so far. Hey everybody, I made it the 12.2 miles to Matt's Creek Shelter. It's called Matt's Creek because there's a little creek in front of it. Nice place to get water. Has a nice large pool here. I'm thinking that might be a nice place to sit down here on this rock and soak my feet. I'll probably do that a little bit later. You might see a few fishes down there. And interestingly, over here, let me see if I can zoom in. Right there by the leaves, there's a little frog resting in this pool here that's on this rock. Looking upstream, there's a little bit of waterfall and a beautiful view. So a nice place to spend the evening. I could do another 2.2 miles and get into town tonight, but there's no reason to rush getting into town. I've got tomorrow where I'm going to do the 2.2 miles, and I got an 8 o'clock pickup, and I will head to the hostel for the night, charge everything up, and then Ray, who I hiked with in Georgia, is getting back on trail, and he will come with me for some of the rest of the trip, hopefully all the way to Katahdin. We'll see. That's the plan. In case you couldn't see the frog before, here's a little bit better view. I walked over to the other side, and because the way the sun's shining, you can actually see his body underneath the water. And we have a bumblebee that's flying around. They keep stopping and and resting near the water, so I think they're getting a drink. How do you relax those feet and the body after a long day of hiking? It was only 12 miles, so it wasn't really long, but this feels good on the ankles and the feet, and it probably makes the feet smell better too after a while. Yeah, soaking them here in this cold river, definitely a nice thing to do. Good morning, everybody. Today's day 81. I'm out early this morning. I need to be at the pickup point 2 miles from where I stayed last night at 8 a.m. So I left around 6:30. Got about a half mile in so far. Just wanted to share a couple things. Down here, you can see through the trees the water. That's the James River. After I followed the little creek down from the shelter, it meets up with the James River, and now I'm following the James River down to the James River footbridge. Also, the other thing I wanted to show you is all the green that's out now. This is definitely different than when I started, and so it's why we call the Appalachian Trail the Green Tunnel. Leaves are still opening up, so there's still a lot of sunlight making it down when there's sunlight. Right now there's not a lot, but there will be later today and tomorrow. But nice trail hiking through here. Just wanted to share a little bit of my hike this morning, and good morning. Here's a new flower we haven't seen before. This is called fire pink. They're quite red, but the name of it is fire pink. Saw a couple of them along here. This is a nice one here. This here is the James River footbridge. It was a bridge for the Appalachian Trail hikers. On the other side over here is the train trestle. So I'm going to be going ahead and crossing this bridge here. This is the James River. A beautiful river, as you can see, comes down through the mountains up there. And it's a very wide river. Good thing we have a bridge and don't have to ford this one. So I've crossed over the footbridge, and I'm actually standing underneath the train trestle, but it's kind of cool, this view of the James River footbridge from down here with the reflection in the water. I'm going to go ahead and turn and shoot upriver. You can see the sun's out. I think that's a power plant up there. But just wanted to show a little bit of the river before I get on the shuttle. Shuttle's not here yet. Not scheduled to be here for another 15-20 minutes. But thought I'd take an opportunity to show you the neat bridge with the reflection.